Hi class 7, welcome to the physics class once again. So today we are going to start with another new chapter, that is chapter 2, motion. Now what is motion basically? Suppose I am standing out here. Okay. So here I am standing, what you will call, I am in motion or in rest. Isn't it a contradictory term? Who can say I'm in a motion or in a rest? That's what we need to know. So first, to know about motion, we need to know about the rest. So how we are going to call a rest? What is a rest? So suppose this is a book and I am keeping this book out here. Suppose there is an imaginary table is setting out here and I am keeping this book. Now, if you are understanding this properly, this book is lying out here and the entire, this is the environment, right? Now this environment is static or it is moving. This is generally, we cannot say whether it is moving or static. So this environment is relative as well. So with the respect, you know that the term with the respect to means we are comparing. Okay. So here, with the respect to the environment, this environment, I am not moving with respect to the book. So I am here, the environment of this book, and here, this book is not moving. So with respect to the environment, this position, this is the environment for this book. And this environment, you can see this is not moving as long as I am not moving. So here, this book is not basically moving with the respect to the environment. So that is how we can say an object or this book is at rest. Now, the motion is exactly the opposite. With respect to the environment, this book is moving or I am walking from here to here. So I am not at rest. So how we can conclude that I am changing my position or this book is changing, object is changing its position. See, some time before it was out here. Now after some time this is coming out here, then gradually it is changing. With the time it is changing its position. So who is important? Position is important, time is important, environment is important. Understand? So how we are going to mention them, how we are going to define them. So first we are not going to define this motion. First we are going to define the rest. How we are calling a rest. So I already said which is important. Position is important. Time is important. Environment is important. These are some of the keywords. Okay. So how we are going to define them? When the position of the object does not change with the respect to what? With the respect to its environment. Then we can call it is said to be at rest. Understand? So see here, position of the object, keyword, does not change with the respect to its environment. Got it? Now, after understanding this, we can talk about the motion. Okay. So I hope you are clear with the rest. Here, when the position of the object, suppose this is an object. This is an object. This is not changing its position. And this is a platform. Okay. So when the position of the object, say the position, I'm marking this position as A. Now it does not change with the respect to the environment. This is the entire environment, and now this could have moved its position or changed its position from A to B, but it has not. So that is how we can call this object is at rest. Okay, now about the motion, this is the exact opposite. What is the motion? How can we say object is at motion? So when the position of the object changes continuously or once, it can happen also, with what? With time and with respect to its environment, or we can call this as surrounding to. It is said to be at motion. Understand? Now here, see the point words. Position of the object. What is changing? Position of the object. Now, it is changing with the respect to what? Time. So here, time came into play, and the respect to what? Environment or the surrounding. Got it? Now, if we are taking once again the example of this object, say this is the object once again, and this is at the position A and was at rest. First, initially it was at rest. Now it is changing its position. Now when it was at rest, suppose we all are standing in a position at time, right? So say it was at rest in the position A. This is the position. T is the time here. So say this object was at the position A at the time T. Okay. Now time is what? Time is not stopping for anybody. Not for me, not for you, not for anyone. That's why parents say don't waste your time, because it's not stopping for anybody. So here this object was at position A. Now it started changing its position. From its position A, it glided and it came to the position B. Now B is its new position. Now after the T time, the time has changed, right? And it came in a time T1. Right? Why? Because time is, once again, is constantly changing. It's not stopping. Even for a fraction of moment, it has changed. So here, from time T, it has become T1. Now, further change its position once more. The time will also keep on changing. T2 and on and on. This is how this definition can be stated. When the position of the object, this position of the object changes continuously. This position is changing constantly. From the initial rest position, it is changing. With respect to what? With time. As the position of the object is changing, as its time is also changing. With the respect to what? This environment. Everything is happening here with the respect to its environment or its surrounding. That is when we can call an object is at motion. Okay. Now, after that, what we are going to talk about, a point of reference. Now, what is this point of reference? Say, this is the marker, you know that, right? Now here, say this is a object at motion. Okay. Now, it started moving from here. Here, gradually it's gliding out here. Okay. Now, I am putting some of the markings. Here, These are the markings. Understand this very carefully, okay? Now it started gliding or taking its motion from here. Or first it was initially at rest. Now this marker is not moving. I'm not moving this marker. So we can say with the respect to the environment, the position of this marker is not changing. So we can say it is at rest. It is at rest based on what? Or with the respect to what? The point of reference. Here comes the point of reference. The point of reference for this marker is this marking. See how we can say our object is at rest. We have to denote that this is the point of reference for this rest body, the body that is at rest. Now let's start putting it in motion. Okay, so here this object is moving gradually. First it has crossed its initial point of reference. Here it crossed. Now what we can say, its position or point of reference is this marking. Gradually as it approaches, it is crossing several point of reference. Now what is this point of reference? Basically why we have made this term so flourishing or flowery terms? Because for the convenience of us. Why this convenience? Because suppose a body, or I am moving here. I am moving from here to here and once again from here to here. Now how you are going to detect me? Where I was some time before where I was. You have forgot. Why you have forgot? Because you have not seen what was my point of reference. So here, what are the point of references basically? So according to the book or conventionally we can say a moving object changes its position continuously with time. We know that we have already understand that a body that is in motion, it is constantly changing its position. So to detect its position, to detect the position of a body, we have to know, we have to take something which is concrete. No. So with the time is also changing, its position is also changing. So everything is becoming so variable. Like what is constant? How will we understand where this body was just few seconds before or few minutes before or hour before? For that reason we need to take the point of reference. That fixed point that we are taking as concrete or for proof that I was here sometime before. How can you say that? Because you have the proof of this. This is the point of reference. So I hope you have understand this. Now after that, what we are going to understand that this total thing we are going to study, no? Motion, rest, all these are relative term. Why it is relative term? Because these are this kind of terms. These are basically a play of words and play of our illusion, how we are going to perceive, how we are watching a body. Now here, suppose I am at rest. Okay. Now if I am right now within a car that is moving, you would have seen you are watching there because you are also at rest. I am also at rest. But if I am in motion, what will you see? I am at motion. Now suppose there is a car or suppose there is a bus. Within this bus, I am also standing, you are also standing. Now both of us, we are in a point of reference which is moving. Why? This bus is moving. So you are standing out there, I am standing out there, both are in a motion body. Our environment is moving. Okay, now as your environment is also moving, my environment is also moving. So basically both of us are in motion, but you will see me as I am in rest. That is the reason this is a very flowery term, no? Because basically what is happening in reality and what we are watching, this is a bit different because of the point of reference. Understand? So that is the reason this term, both of the term called rest and motion, both are called relative. Okay, so for today, this is it for today, and in our next video we are going to learn a bit more about how many types of motions are there, what are they, and etc, etc. So see you in the next class. Thank you for watching till then.